In a land of abundance, a wealthy father ruled his estate with love, justice, and deep care for his family.
Let us ensure that everyone is well taken care of today.
But his younger son grew restless, longing for a life of freedom. He wanted to enjoy endless pleasure. One day, the rebellion in his heart could no longer be contained. "Have you come to confront me, my son?"
I can no longer live under your shadow. Father, give me the share of the estate that belongs to me. I want it right now.
It was a request that broke the father's heart. In those days, it was like wishing his father dead. Yet, out of unconditional love, he did not force him to stay. He quietly divided his wealth.
Take this, my son.
Not many days later, the younger son gathered everything he now owned. His older brother watched in silence, filled with anger at this unjust demand. Turning his back on his family and his home, he set off for a distant country, chasing a dream that would soon become a nightmare. In that distant land, the young man plunged into a life of wild, reckless living. He was surrounded by flashing lights and false friends. This is the life!
He wasted his fortune day by day,
believing the wealth, and the party would never end. But wealth spent without wisdom disappears quickly. Soon, every single coin his father gave him was gone. Right at that moment, a severe famine struck the entire country. The land dried up, and hunger spread like wildfire.
Please, I am in desperate need. Help me.
Get away from us! We do not know you. I am starving. Please, I will do anything. He sent him to his fields to feed the pigs, and he longed to fill his stomach with the food the pigs were eating.
I will arise and I will go to my father.
But no one gave him anything. The illusion was over. He was completely abandoned by the world. Sitting there in the dirt, exhausted and starving, the illusion shattered. He finally came to his senses.
How many of my father's hireds have food to spare?
Take as much as you need. There is plenty for everyone.
In that dark place, a single spark of hope ignited. He made a decision to leave his pride behind.
I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you."
With a heavy heart and a broken spirit, he got up and went to his father.
I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please treat me like one of your hired hands.
The journey was agonizing. Every painful step brought him closer to the place he once called home. He didn't cross his arms in anger. He was filled with absolute compassion. Instead of waiting for an apology, the father ran to his son. He was filled with absolute compassion.
Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.
Quick! Bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was lost and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
Welcome, my friends, to this glorious evening. Let us rejoice in our shared abundance.
I have never seen a celebration quite like this.
So they began to celebrate. But the older son was in the field.
What is that sound? Is that sound? There is dancing?
When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing.
What is all this? A party I was not invited to? No, I will not enter. Let him have his feast. My son, please come. Everything I have is yours, but we must celebrate. Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat to celebrate with my friends. And before you, you are always with son. Everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was lost and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
God's grace isn't earned by our perfection. It's freely given to the broken who come home. The door is open. Will you walk in? You may think this is just an ancient parable, a beautiful story from long ago. But for me, it is the truth that saved my life. Because that young man in the mud, that son was me. I was the one who ran away. I was the one who was lost and broken. And just like the story, I was met with open arms. I was forgiven. I was restored by His unmeasurable grace. Do you have faith in this love? Tell me your story in the comments. Subscribe to follow this journey. He is real.